here's what messes up more network marketers than anything, is a little bit of success. Okay, and the worst thing about success, by the way, is a little bit. So you go out and you develop your team. Some of you go into phase 2. Phase 2 is where you manage your people who recruit and sell all day long. Okay, so you now become a manager. Some people start doing that when they have about 20 people on their team. Some do it when they have 100 people on their team. Some do it when they have 2 people on their team. You don't understand, my team needs me. It's like, no, your team is pretty much non-existent. Okay, so in phase 1, you sell and recruit all day long. So then, the second phase is you manage your people. Let me talk to you about phase 3. Phase 3 is where you supervise your managers who are managing the people who are selling and recruiting all day long. And then phase 4 is where it's like, boom, you're the big kahuna. You are the Makula boss, because now you oversee the supervisors who are supervising the managers who are managing the people who sell and recruit all day long. Now, if we go into a corporation, how many ever worked in a corporation? In the corporation, you start off and you have a very lowly job title. And then if you get a promotion, you get a different title. And you also get a different job description, right? And is your job description usually a little bit easier work, or it's more supervisor work? Maybe if you're in a restaurant, you go from the guy who was sweeping up the floor. Maybe you get to wait tables now. It's an elevation of some sort, obviously. That's why it's called a promotion. Maybe you get to a point where you're not the one sweeping the floor. Maybe you get to manage and boss around the people that are sweeping the floor and cleaning the rest of the restaurant. The point is, go to programming for a minute. We talk about this over and over again at Journey. So by the time we graduate secondary school, high school, whatever you all call, everyone calls it something different, but by the time you're 18 or so and you graduate school, you spend approximately 16 to 18,000 hours in a classroom. That is a lot of time in a classroom. That's a lot of programming, whether you realize it or not. And a school, if you haven't ever thought about this, programs us all to be good employees. Okay, in school, you speak when you're spoken to. If the teacher asks you a question, you give them an answer. Could you imagine in America, it's funny, every little boy or girl in America, if the first grade teacher says who discovered America, they'll say Christopher Columbus. Now, if you really look into it, there's a couple of things. First of all, there's data that shows that a guy named Leif Erikson got there before Columbus. He just came to a different part. But even more so, when both of them got there, there were millions of Indians who were already there. So imagine if I came here this weekend and said, I have discovered Santon. You would obviously think I was a lunatic because there's already millions of people that are here. So if my little girl is in school and I'm sharing this information with her, and when the teacher says, who discovered America? My daughter raised her hand and goes, can I ask you a question, teacher? Weren't there millions of Indians here first, so how could he have possibly discovered anything? Would that be treated as if like, wow, great job, Nicole? Or would Nicole have to go to the principal's office to be disciplined for being a smart aleck? So they want us to not be free thinkers. We read other people's books. They don't teach us how to write our own books. Did you ever stop and look at your textbook in school and go, who wrote this? How do I know a moron didn't write this book? Listen, I think school teachers are the most overworked, underpaid people in the world. I love school teachers. To me, they're real heroes. They love kids. They care about kids. They shape our youth. But how many of us realize, because there's a great need for teachers, not enough people to fill the jobs, there's a lot of people that are teaching your kids this year how to do math. And when that teacher took the maths, and when they took the math class themselves, they got a C in it. The teacher, many years ago, when they were in trigonometry, got a C. They were an average student. They barely passed, and now they're the one teaching your child trigonometry. You do realize that's going on, right? So look, I'm not bagging the school system. I'm saying we were trained how to be an employee. We were graded. When you get to a job, you're evaluated. They let you know if you're allowed to go on to the next level or not. There's so many parallels between school and a job. Then we are 18, we get out of that, then we go into the real world, and on a job, we get a promotion, we get a different job description, and we do less and less work and oversee people more and more. That's your programming. That's what you want. That's what you think is supposed to happen. Big difference in network marketing. Phase 1 is where you sell and recruit all day long. You know what phase 2 should be? You sell and recruit all day long. You know what phase 3 should be? You sell and recruit all day long. You know what phase 4 should be? You sell and recruit all day long. How the hell is Sachin, how long is it taking you to build your third spot to RMD? 6 months with his third spot from a dead start to RMD. How many people have you sponsored in that third spot? 200. He sponsored 200 people. Now, he is not managing his team. Is this not crystal ass clear? He is selling and recruiting all day long. Okay, that's what we do. We sell and recruit all day long. Now, again, a lot of people have this attitude like, well, I'll do that to begin with, but then I'm above that. I'm now a motivational speaker. I'm Speaker Man. I do Saturday trainings every Saturday, whether people need it or not. Hell, I do Saturday trainings on Wednesday and Tuesday because I'm Speaker Man. I'm here to motivate the masses. For some of you, it's the only reason you even have a team is so you can become Speaker Man. Is there a Speaker Man bonus I'm unaware of in the pay plan? There's no money in being Speaker Man. Now, if you're a good speaker, that's cool. That can help. You know what makes you more money than being Speaker Man? Inviting someone to a presentation. How funny is it that some people literally get up and they do the presentation as powerful Speaker Man, and they have invited not one person to the presentation? That's common. Like that happens again. As by the way, if you have someone that's in that mode, you need to get them out of the front of the room because that's very dangerous to have someone. They don't care if people sign up or not. They have no one there. You need to always have someone who's putting people in the room themselves doing the presentation. I strongly, highly recommend that. So again, we're messing with you a little bit here. So really, the bottom line is you need to stay in phase 1. You get a different title. You go from active rep to senior rep to director, director to marketing director, and on and on and on. But a marketing director and an IMD and a senior rep all do the same thing. We sell and recruit all day long. That's what you should be doing, selling and recruiting all day long.